Hi everybody and welcome to another update video for Darkest Dungeon 2. We've got some pretty big, exciting news that has been released over the last couple days. Red Hook is obviously ramping things up in getting ready for the launch in 5 days. I can't believe it's already that close. It's crazy. So I wanted to cover some of those announcements, some of those posts, as well as just a couple other bits and bobs and things, just to kind of show what to expect. What should we be ready for 1.0? Because there's a lot more content to come that we haven't seen yet, as well as what things are going to be coming after 1.0, and a little bit of speculation around that as well. So first thing I wanted to cover here is this really cool Steam post that they made to their store page, covering some things here, basically saying thank you to everybody for their support during Next Fest. We've made a couple of improvements to our driving system, which we've already seen that. The Valley, I don't really know what that all entails, if that's stuff we've already seen or new stuff. And the first time user experience, along with a huge swath of new content and features, which we'll go over some of those things that it looks like they're going to be adding into the game in another post. We wanted to take this opportunity to discuss what you can expect on May the 8th and beyond. The game will feature 12 playable characters. Obviously, we've got the flag coming, which is going to be the 12th playable character, with a complete narrative featuring 5 acts. So we're going to get all 5 acts at launch. If anybody thought that we were going to get Act 4 or Act 5 delayed, all 5 acts are coming. Basically, we already know what this is. The final 2 acts and our Blight-fueled 12th playable character, the Flagellant, will be new to our 1.0 release. You can expect to see corpse art. That's exciting. That's something that we've seen some images for already. Hero palettes, I'll cover that one in a little bit. Weapon kits, also cover that one a little bit. Radiant and Infernal Flames. This is something they haven't posted anywhere else, and this is something I'm really excited about. If any of you remember the video that I made a while back myself, and then one with Shuffle FM as well, where we talked about wanting different kinds of flames, and we talked about having like a Radiant flame as well as different kinds of flames. It says Infernal Flames. I don't know if that just means there's one Radiant and one Infernal, or if there's multiple of each. I'm hoping that it's the latter. That sounds really exciting to me, especially the Infernal Flames part. Sounds like there may be some sort of challenge system or difficulty scaling or something that we were talking about that we were really excited to have. So that's cool. I'm excited to see what that is. Achievements, we'll cover that a bit more as well. Those have actually been released today, and a plethora of other features. Here's the big announcement though. We're not done yet either. The original Darkest Dungeon was well supported post-launch, and the addition of town events, blah, blah, blah. Our approach is the same with Darkest Dungeon 2. The 1.0 Steam launch represents a new phase of development for the game. Looking forward, we'll have a number of free updates planned that range from content to quality of life, so don't expect the game to just stay where it is. They're going to be updating things, going to be taking feedback still, and trying to make the game a better experience. If you ever were there in the early days of Darkest Dungeon, they did the same thing. The game, as it was when it launched, was very different from the game that we know and love today. We've already committed to new monsters, the Collector and the Gaunt Karajan. More on that enemy here. Playable hero origin skins. Again, we'll cover a bit more of this in detail later. And of course, ongoing balance and tuning based on your feedback, which is always good to see that they're open to balancing and they're not just going to keep the game as is. If something is busted, they'll hopefully fix it. Modding support is also something the team is very passionate about. Very excited to hear that. As you may know, modding has been an incredible part of the Darkest Dungeon community, and it's something that we are eager to bring to the DD2 or bring to DD2. Got a lot of great ideas to facilitate your ability to get creative, and these tools will be developed more after the 1.0 release. It makes sense that they want to focus on just getting the game out first, but modders rejoice. Modding was a huge part of DD1, and I'm excited to see that it's something that will get support for DD2. Finally, we're excited to announce that our community of existing DD1 owners will be able to purchase Darkest Dungeon 2 at a discounted rate for a limited time. So this is huge, guys. I know a lot of people who are huge fans of the first game. They were kind of skeptical. They didn't want to buy it on EGS, whatever reason that may be. Well, here you go. If you own the game, if you own Darkest Dungeon 1 on Steam, you will be able to get the game discounted for a short period of time. I don't know what the game's going to come out price-wise. I would assume it's going to be very close to the $30 price point that the game is currently sold for on EGS. Who knows if that's going to be the case once the game actually fully launches, though. It may be a little bit more expensive. I don't know. Full pricing and bundle information will be available on the day of launch. So that's a pretty good bit of exciting news there. Now, we talked about achievements here on the Epic Store. You can't see them on the Steam Store yet. At least not that I'm aware of, but you can see them here on the Epic Store all listed out. We've got a bunch of achievements. We can see the art here. So I'll just kind of scroll through here. I don't think achievements are super important. I know a lot of people like collecting them though. So it is good here. There is one that I kind of want to talk about, and this: defeat the final boss with the Stygian Blaze equipped. So Stygian Blaze is something we haven't heard anything about. I'm assuming that this is something to do with the Infernal Flame. Flame. My guess is that it is a type of Infernal Flame, or maybe that's just what they've renamed the Infernal Flame to. But it sounds like this will be like the hard mode, the Blood Moon version of the game. So that's exciting. And then you got kind of everything else. Defeat all 5 confessions of the same 4 heroes without any of them dying. Like that's cool. It's a really tough one. And then just kind of your general, unlock this. Dude, this one's interesting. Play the game on the anniversary of release. That's crazy. If 50% of players have unlocked this, I don't know how that's true. But yeah, I guess maybe you could have unlocked that already if you played it on EGS, because it has been out for over a year. Maybe it unlocked for some people. I don't know. I'd have to check. I'm sure I played it on October 27th. So lots of really cool ones here. You can kind of scroll through. You can pause as I play through these. And then there's some hidden ones as well, so that's always exciting. So good information there. I will try to remember to post the link for this in the description. There's 65 achievements total. Now, for some more exciting news, we did talk about weapon kits here. So, didn't want the volume here. So we can see here that they have got weapon kits. So you can see the weapons are a little different here. On the Rogue one, it looks like they're based off of the paths that they have, which makes sense. And then they've also got color palettes. We've got a blue Highwayman here. We've got yellow and green here with a different knife and different, like a fancier pistol. And then over here, we've got Yellow Hand. It looks like he's got a taped up pistol, different knife, kind of a brown look going to him. They didn't show anybody else besides the Highwayman, but it looks like there are both weapon skins and hero skins. I don't know if they're I don't know if you can swap different skins and different skins and different weapon kits, like if they're separately interchangeable or if they're stuck together. I hope that they are separately interchangeable, because then you can get some, just doubles the customization options. So that's some pretty good news there. Again, modding support, they posted today. Just, again, a confirmation that they are going to support modding for the community. So if you are somebody who was concerned about that, there's definitely good news for you there. Now, some responses that they had to their recent post. This is a response to somebody asking, can they move their copy to Steam if they bought it on EGS? And it says, if you purchase the game on Steam, then you will be able to transfer your EGS save file so you can keep playing on your original profile. So that's something that I know a lot of people were really worried about. It looks like you will be able to transfer your save file over to Steam if you choose to buy the game on Steam as well, for the mod support or whatever the case is. And then somebody's talking about Steam Deck. They will support Steam Deck, but most likely full support and optimization will occur post 1.0. They also talked about consoles, and let's see. I think there was somebody... here we go. We have a lot of Darkest Dungeon 1 players on console, and we'll definitely be making DD2 available on console as well. However, we are not yet ready to confirm specific details or dates. So just know that it's coming after 1.0 if you're on console. I know that means you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but it's best that they're doing it at least. They have promised it, so that is exciting. So that's some good news there. Now, looking here, they've posted this really cool little infographic here of kind of the early access timeline. So we're going to kind of go through this a bit, and there's some exciting stuff here at the end. But this is just going through a lot of the changes that the game has seen since it released on early access on October 26, 2021. We've got the Beasts and Burdens, we got the Creature Den, the Oasis, we got the Academic View Hero Pass. That was a big change that people both liked and hated. Then we have the Shroud of the Deep. New Confession, the Resentment boss came out. We had Ordainments come out. We had the new Shroud region come out. This is all very exciting. The Leviathan was here and all this. This is kind of where I started really making content for the game. This is probably one of the most underrated ones, was the Trinkets and Baubles update. The Trinkets update was huge. I mean, they changed every trinket in the game and made them way more like dynamic and fun. If you weren't there for the original days of the game, all the trinkets were only positive. Everything was just like plus 10% damage, plus 2 speed, plus 16% debuff resist or whatever. Nothing had any, there was no fluctuation. There was no give or take. Now the trinkets are a lot more dynamic, a lot more interesting. We then had Oblivion's Ingress. This was back when they had double Exemplar. This is when they added the Exemplar into the game. We also got the Herald and I think that was it. It was just the Herald and the Exemplar. Oh, and the Altar, right. And we got the Ramparts added in, kind of the gatekeeping sections. You have to excuse my hair. I just got out of the shower and I haven't gelled it up yet. Then we had the Altar of Hope, so we had the Bounty Hunter added in. We also had the progression system added. Obsession's Gaze, everybody's favorite boss, was added here. Hero goals were added, so again, more things to do with progression. Then we had the Void Between Us, which is the relationship update. This was a huge, big update that changed a lot of the game. This was, I think, an update that wasn't originally planned to be made, but they kind of added it in because they realized people were really dissatisfied with the relationship system as it was in the game currently. Then we have the Suffer No Sin. We had Vestal added in, Redemption Road, which is the most recent one. We had Driving, Loathing 2.0, and Pets added. So all very exciting stuff. It's definitely been a wild ride, been very fun to be a part of it, to be a part of the playtesting group and all that fun stuff as well. So thanks to Red Hook, it's been a very cool experience for that. But then moving down, we have the 1.0 release items. So we have Confessions 4 and 5, which are confirmed. We don't know what they are yet. There are some people have data mined some information about them. I don't know if that information is true or not, but we'll find out soon enough. We got 5 days, and we'll get to find out. We got the Flagellant. And also the mini boss death that comes with him, and whatever other things, I'm guessing, are shrines and trinkets and paths and all that fun stuff. So should be interesting to see how he plays. I know a lot of people are excited about him. We just talked about hero palettes and weapon kits. Achievements we just talked about as well. This is a big one. Faction rebalancing. I think that this is a really important one. I think the game, where it was when it started versus where it is now, is very different. And I think this is an important thing for them to do. And I'm glad that they actually saved it till the end. I know a lot of people were worried that they weren't doing it, but I think they needed the entire game. They needed all the heroes. They needed all the confessions. They needed everything done to make an understanding of what the full game felt like, to really build the factions around it. I don't know how extensive these are, but the fact that they're giving it its own section makes me think that it is probably fairly extensive, or at least detailed. So we'll have to see what that is. I don't know. The thing that I wish they would do is hero rebalancing. I know that there are a couple of abilities that we would like to see changed in some of the heroes, maybe some of their paths and stuff, but who knows? Maybe that'll come post 1.0. We'll just have to see, if it even comes at all. And we have tutorial improvements. This is something that I think a lot of people will be like, oh, it's not super important. But again, the vast majority of people who are picking up the game on the 8th are going to be new players. And I think it's important for them to be able to have a good tutorial system. It's been very lackluster before. I'm really hoping that they flush this out, make it just so that way players can find the help that they need. And then we have some post 1.0 stuff. Look to the horizon. We have the Collector, which is super exciting. Everybody's very excited for this. I can't wait to play and see what the Collector is like in DD2. We've got the Gaunt Chirurgeon, which is the Make-A-Wish character that was developed. So super excited to see what that enemy looks like. We've got mod support, which we've already talked about a bit. Don't know what that looks like. Playable origin skins, so we'll have even more skins to play with. I would imagine that this is, you know, on the back burner, really, but it'd be fun to play. Like the Vestal in her, like, you know, like nun's outfit and stuff, it'd be pretty fun to play with. Or the OG leper without his mask. Like, come on, that's gonna be fun. And more, question mark. So we'll have to see what else that entails, but a lot of really, really exciting stuff. So it's cool to see where the game's been. It's cool to see where the game's going. Hopefully we might get some more information over the next coming days. I'm hoping that Red Hook really starts pumping out just some things to get us excited and to get people ready for the game's launch, but it is right around the corner. So yeah, if you like this video and you want to keep up to date with any of these news updates, or you want to be here when the game drops, you want to see all the content that we're going to have for it, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. It super duper helps me. And yeah, I'm excited to see the game launch. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.